What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. I just want to focus in on the latest developments in the Patrick Kane debacle. Obviously, the thing a couple days ago was the rape kit had been tampered with, and that's evidence, and the police department should be put on blast. Now it turns out that was an elaborate hoax perpetrated by the alleged victim's mother. That does not bode well for the case against Kane. Obviously, it doesn't absolve Kane of any guilt or anything, but you go a step further. The fact that someone connected to the prosecution was pulling an antic like this isn't a good look. And I think that the apologies from myself and other outlets are owed to the police department up there for accusing them of tampering with the evidence and trying to protect Kane. And the bottom line, it was just some psychopath mother trying to get involved with a case, and unfortunately, I think will only hurt the prosecution's case in the long run, because you think about it, whatever happened that night, that evidence can't be looked at without the, hoax going on. It's like, well, if you're that desperate to create, and again, the victim allegedly had no knowledge of it, but if the prosecution's case is so desperate that they're making shit up and then, causing an even more elaborate scene, it's like, you're turning a trial, it hasn't even gone to a trial case because it still hasn't been charged, legal proceeding into a three-ring circus, and unfortunately that's, A, it's wrong, and B, it takes away from the primary focus of the case, which is to determine whether or not a crime was committed by, Kane. So, again, really disappointed, that anyone, much less a mother of a potential victim, can't treat this case with the seriousness A, it deserves, and B, you're going out there now lobbing more, throwing more fuel on the fire, if you will. It's just not a good situation. It's been a debacle since the get-go, and this latest hoax just adds to it. Again, doesn't absolve Kane of anything, but definitely doesn't help the prosecution's case either. Anyway, that's our episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the off season and beyond. Later, guys.